Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Hey guys, HuskyUnit here, and it's been a while, but here's a Pyro gameplay commentary. I am playing Pyro obviously on Barnblitz on defense. I am using the degreaser, the flare, and the third degree. The sole reason I'm using the third degree is because I love the taunt. It's the only reason. Fortunately, it doesn't play. There's a few moments in the gameplay where if I had a different melee, I would have got out a lot better, but honestly, it's not competitive play or anything, so I'm not trying to play at 100%. This gameplay is quite different from my normal ones. Normally I play quite aggressive and roamy and check flanks, but this time we don't have much of a forward force, I guess. We don't have many combat classes. There's a demo man, a pyro, and me. So I end up playing a lot more support with the engineer. I'll get into that once I actually do that though. So on the beginning of the stage I like to hold here. You get nice cover with the shed, you get easy spam into spawn, nice sightlines for flares, and it's very easy to back out if you need to. So I'm just trying to find some flares I can get. This engineer is basically a free pick since he had no team support and was trying to set up a sentry. I think I end up being a pipe here. So I'm just trying to get out safely, which I manage. So it's around here where I start to support the engineer. He's built in the standard place for first point. As a pyro, I quite like to hold aggressively even when I'm defending a sentry nest. Instead of holding the sentry nest itself, I prefer to hold where people will attack the sentry nest from. So the right hand side where I just was is usually the most common and effective place to attack this sentry nest from. You get the high ground and it's a lot more unexpected, I guess. I see the Uber, but the soldier was distracted by our soldier, so I got an easy air blast for him. And then they just deflect the spam and try to get out. Managed to negate the Uber, but I know the soldier and medic will still be trying to take out the sentry, so I decide to try and flank them from this side, since we focus on the sentry. Get a pick on the medic, and I damage the soldier and demo enough that they have to back out. And then I proceed to hold this right side. For some reason I thought that Pyro was a spy, but I was wrong. Take too much damage at this point, so back out, but make sure I go straight to the right side again, since it's such an important place to hold on the first point. At this point I really wish I had the extinguisher. You sure I hit the demo man there? At least I made the melee hit sound. So if I had the extinguisher I probably would have got the kill, but what can you do, eh? So the sentry nest is down, so we've pretty much lost first at this point. But second is a much stronger point for sentry nests. You have the high ground, and either they have to spam from quite a distance, which leads to for easy reflex, or they have to walk up the staircase, which is quite easy to protect as a pyro. At this point I just spam flares. I know they have a decent sniper, so I'm a bit scared to take my time to aim. But I make a mess of it anyway and miss every single flare. It's just embarrassing at this point. Eventually hit something, but I doubt we would have got any picks anyway. Uber goes off, so I know I need to start protecting the engineer. Only get a single reflect, but the staircase is amazing for pyro since you can ground stall Ubers. But generally you want to hold this staircase as a pyro, unless you know they're spamming from the little balcony right in front of the sentry, in which case you just want to stand in front of the sentry and try to protect it. We end up holding this point for quite a while, mostly due to the engineer and myself. I like to think anyway. I know they have no one nearby, so I'm just gonna try and spam flares and hit something. But my flare aim sucks. I know they don't have many people around at the moment, so I'm just gonna spam flares. So I'm just waiting until stuff happens. is why I don't really like playing, you know, defensive supporty. I just get bored and I want to be aggressive and make stuff happen instead of reacting to stuff happening. Anyway, I see that they're now trying to attack from the balcony on the opposite side, so I'm just gonna reflect. Supporting that, you see I'm constantly checking the right staircase as well. A lot of Pyro seem to get tunnel vision whenever they're air blasting rockets or stalling an Uber. So if spies get past or they get flanked by something else. You don't need to reflect every single rocket as long as the engineer's there. Even just reflecting half of them will provide him with enough buffer to repair the sentry in time. So rather than aiming to reflect all the spam, try to aim to reflect enough spam so the engineer can repair and use the rest of your time to keep your eye out for possible flanks or spies. So once again, I'm just holding this right side, seeing if anything's going on. I see the sniper there. The sniper is quite a dangerous threat to the engineer, and I know if the engineer goes down, we've pretty much lost the sentry. So I've got to focus that sniper now and constantly harass him with flares. He has a medic with him, so I know I won't get kills, so I'm going to constantly have to shoot flares at him, so I know I can't go to the staircase. Keep Jizrachi as well away from the engineer, which is very dangerous. Just being one hit by a grenade or something stupid would be terrible. So I know they have Uber, so I'm just trying to be careful holding the staircase again. Seeing where they Uber from. Spam the sentry, that's alright. There's not much I can do about the heavy over there if he gets Ubered, but thankfully they don't. I'm just constantly trying to harass sniper. If we had a soldier or something, they could easily just bomb the sniper, but it's basically just us. And unfortunately, since I was dealing with the snipers, I didn't have a chance to check the stairs. So the heavy does quite a lot of damage, but thankfully he's just managed to take him out. We've lost the dispenser and I'm low on health, so I need to hang back. Just waiting for the engineer. Spy comes at a pretty good opportune moment. Thankfully does not get a stab, and we're alright. So I'm a bit wary of spies now. Just constantly checking the right hand side. The engineer I see is working on the dispenser, so I know I have to go protect the sentry. I'm low on ammo, but you know, the sentry is the first priority since the engineer was away. But the dispenser's up now, so I can hang back a bit more. Got a demo now, shooting spam. Just trying to protect it as best I can. I've got a lot of spam coming in and I'm low on ammo, so I'll quickly get a tiny bit. And I see that they've stopped spamming, so I can go get some more. Protecting an engineer nests a careful balance between, you know, checking everything else, your ammo, flanks, etc., and actually reflecting spam from the sentry. You need to be quite aware of how much damage the sentry's taking, your ammo, etc. Surprising how fast a sentry can go down, just a small lapse in your concentration. So once again, just trying to hold right side. A bit wary of spies still. Someone says incoming, so I'm trying to see if anything is incoming or if this thing incoming. Yeah. Somehow I missed that spy, don't know where he was, and the sentry goes down. So that was maybe 3 or 4 seconds where I was away where it suddenly got taken down. Considering the circumstances we're under though, I think that was quite a good hold we managed. The timer is quite low, but we have no chance of stopping the car at this point. Leave the engineer and I try to build at the same point again if you can. So just go straight there. Unfortunately, they end up having a heavy there. And I don't have the extinguisher, which I'm aware of, so there's not much I can do. At this point I could have easily backed out, but I'm far too aggressive for my own good. Try to go for the heavy, he knows I'm there, so I try to back out. Them and the stickies all over the place, so I go back and I feel a bit trapped at this point. So I just try to do what I can, but not exactly much I could do. Well, I probably could have escaped if I wasn't so aggressive. So the car is rolling along and we don't really have anything at all on third. We've got a few people around, but no sentries, no power classes. And, I believe there's a soldier on last who's just constantly harassing our team, stopping anyone from actually pushing out. So they get a very easy push to third. So we're pretty much stuck defending last. Fortunately, last is a decent spot for engineers. There's one good spot which the engineer is building at. So once again, I'm holding the spots that I believe is the easiest places to attack sentries from, rather than holding the sentry spot. So those are the two higher grounds. Unfortunately, I can't reach the other one since I'm not using the detonator. So I generally try to stand around here on the last point. End up taking way too much damage. I think there's like 2 demo men and a medic there, which I really can't hold off by myself. So I generally don't go up there too much. No point trying to win a fight I can't win. So rather than taking the preferred position up there, I'm just gonna try and stay back. Fortunately, end up eating a rocket and then stupidly walk into a roller. Yeah. Somehow though, they don't take out the sentry at all, so we're doing alright. I like flicking my view around when I'm spectating, just to see what's going on. You can get some useful information, like they have an Uber, stuff like that. So once again, I'm just gonna take the low ground, I think. Try to test high ground. A pop Uber, but it's very messy. They go flying everywhere, so I don't exactly have to do much. So I start spamming the sentry here, and I do a decent job of reflecting all the rockets. I have to protect the engineer up there as well. Thankfully the air blast range is quite silly. This bit is embarrassing. That rocket felt so slow to me, watching it back. Crit rocket. Feels slower than normal ones for some reason, and I always mess them up. I guess I just joke. So the engineer and myself go down. So we're not in a great position here. Thankfully somehow the sentry's still up, but then it goes down. So now I'm just trying to see what I can do. Here I was heading for the higher ground to try and take out the demo, but the sniper gone, so I didn't need to bother. So since the engineer is building his stuff, I want to try and hold forward to give him the space he needs from the enemy to build up until it's level 3. I decide to poke out, see if I can do anything, but they have a mini sentry, which I don't think I can deal with at that range. So I'm just gonna try and hold the top areas until the sentry is built. Call out the sentry even though I doubt anyone will do anything about it. This part was annoying. A Demomantic, like 190 damage, got another effect. I think I get a crit flare here, but I don't get any kills at all. I mean, I guess I stalled them for a while, but unfortunate. Somehow do not get hit by that heavy. Unfortunately, this part of the game is quite repetitive. Just get health, check the top areas, rinse and repeat over and over. I was about to drop down there until I realised I would have died if I did. I have a habit of doing that. I love this big health pack. I use it so often on defense, and it's so useful just to use it all the time. Even just to deny the blue team it. Once again, mini sentry there, so I can't do anything, so I hold the top, blah blah blah. Just looking around to see if there's anything I can do. Unfortunately, the mini sentry is just holding me inside the building, and none of them are in the building. I believe at this point there's a heavy, but I don't have the extinguisher, so I know I can't deal with him. I'm using the 3rd degree. Takes a lot of sentry fire though, so I know he's damaged, so I end up getting the kill. Medic takes 60, but gets away before I can get the kill. So still would have preferred the extinguisher there, but you know, whatever. So again, protect the engineers, as always. Oh, I forgot to mention what server this was. Always forget. Play stuff server, which I normally play on. Anyway, so they got Uber. Thankfully the demo dies before the medic pops Uber, but they have another demo. Make a mess of this, doing all the wrong things. get the crit flare and the medic, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't die. So we've lost our sentries and a lot of players, and we're in a really bad position. Unfortunately, we no longer have an engineer after this point, so I switched to a demo. So that's the end of the gameplay, but unsurprisingly we lose. But it was a good game, and I actually enjoyed playing a supportive Pyro. Surprisingly, I don't normally enjoy it, but it was quite fun that game, just because we managed to do quite well considering how bad our team was. Not to be harsh, but we had about half the points of the other team. But yeah, I think I'll throw in a more varied gameplay in every so often. You know, I might use backburner or actually equip a shotgun on my Pyro. Who knows, all in the future. But for now, thanks for watching guys. I really do appreciate all your views and comments. It really is awesome to know that people are actually interested in what I do. So thanks again, and I will see you next video. Ta-ra!